more Counter-Strike action, and I will always try to bring it to you. Hello everybody, good evening. My name is Ito, and I am happy to bring you a banger of an ESEA main match tonight. This is going to be between Vanquish Gaming and Cursed Ascension. Now, just talking about the storylines heading into this match real quick. Cursed Ascension, I believe they had a different name, Fragging for Praise, when they started out this season, and they eventually just got recently, actually, picked up by Cursed Ascension. Tix is how you pronounce it. Thank you, Sparky. Um, I mean, they've been flawless in the ESEA main season so far, so they are rolling at the moment. Vanquish Gaming, they faced one loss so far. I forgot to which team, but otherwise they've been doing pretty fantastically this whole season. Getting right into the action, though, I just want to point out that Cursed Ascension are going for something super aggressive up towards top mid here. David immediately out of the picture. Talk about revenge for trying to jump spot for too long over towards mid, and Mitsuki is also able to find a nice double on top of it. So Vanquish Gaming, although they're most likely going to be able to get this bomb down in the hands of Tix at the moment, it's where after that things become significantly harder. Tix is going to be able to find one, and Korn's actually surprisingly with another, but I think the fun might end there, though, and just as quick as that, that's going to be the first round on the board for Cursed Ascension. See, there's a little bit of hope when the bomb did get planted that if they just put on this miraculous post plant that maybe something could have worked out. It didn't seem meant to be after those first initial shots, but you know, big ups to Tix and Korn for at least making it that far in the first place, you know, making Cursed Ascension sweat a little bit, but they are going to be able to get that first round on the board nonetheless, Cursed Ascension, so already keeping up that flawless streak that they had. And I had the honor of casting Cursed Ascension's first match under their new org, and they absolutely decimated one of the other undefeated teams in this season in Supremacy Gaming. So, I mean, they are one formidable beast, that's to be sure. They want to keep it up here. Vanquish Gaming are going to try to force up some upgraded pistols as they make their way lower tons, excuse me. But it's a quick 1-for-1. Tix ends up trading out Mitsuki, who's trying to cause a little bit of chaos over towards Catwalk, but a quick smoke through will go ahead and set things back to square one for both teams here, really. Boomy, our player to watch, our choice of player to watch for Vanquish Gaming. Currently will be holding the M4, the only rifle in his team's hands at the moment. Meanwhile, everybody else will just be watching the back line in case anything goes awry, in case any members of Cursed Ascension try to go ahead and push their luck just a little bit too much. Druzera watching mid to B push here. Won't overstay his welcome and just try to back up with that MP9 in hand because the push will come to him. It's actually Vanquish who's going to fall immediately, and they still aren't really taking care of Druzera whatsoever. He's just going to farm so much money with that MP9, and Cursed Ascension aren't left sweating at all. Not off to the hottest start, Vanquish, but that is, you know, no sweat off their back. They're going to be able to finally buy up the guns that they need, especially because of the bomb plant that they got down first round, excuse me. I totally forgot what it was called when you plant the bomb. But they're just going to go try the classic matchmaking strat of rush B, no stop. But I think, surely, they're going to be ready for this. Praise isn't, but maybe Druzera will have better luck. He's hiding behind this box at the moment over on site. He gets a nice 1-for-1 and a nice shot from Landmass as well. I don't know how the hell he threaded the needle on that one onto Boomy, but that makes things a little bit more palatable for the retake that the CTs are going to have to deal with. Bomb gets planted and Vanquish Gaming are in a really good spot because this site is notoriously hard to retake. Mitsuki is going to try his luck as he pushes in through window. Spots a player, holding close, that's David. But I think patience will eventually be a virtue, and they will win that fight in the end of the day here. But quick trades will come through, 1-for-1 all the way across, but Vanquish Gaming will indeed come out on top of that one, thanks to Nice surviving the fall and surviving a real slugfest of a round, to be totally honest. It wasn't pretty on either side, but luckily Vanquish are able to put it together. That, again, as I mentioned, that site is notoriously hard to retake, even more so after the Dust 2 changes. Vanquished, they're going to be able to roll this one through, most likely for a second round in their books here. Cursed Ascension only have pistols to their name, and some of them aren't even the best upgrades you would want. A couple of Desert Eagles, a 5.7 and 2 P250s. Versus rifles. Which ones do you favor more? I prefer the one that's called the Krieg. no problem at all dealing with the two flankers from Curse Ascension, so they're just going to be able to casually walk up the site, get the bomb down, do whatever they want here. Mitsuki has no chance either, and it's a clean one from Vanquish, and as expected, they don't even take a single point of damage as well. You can't get much more dominant than that, and the T's and Vanquish Gaming completely obliterate on that second round. Getting a decent amount of money to line his pockets with. And that's really good for the terrorist side here, because now, even if they lose this round that Curse Ascension are really trying to force their hand into, their money will still be good enough to put together a buy. Now, look at that massive nade that Curse Ascension have just, blessed upon them. It's going to net them 2 frags in the end of the day, and the retake from the CT side will just be completely clean as well. So it's a very, very quick round, almost hard to follow. In fact, it's very hard to follow, but all you really need to take from that at the end of the day is that Vanquish Gaming weren't able to get anything going on the B site when they're trying to entry out quick. It was really that nade that just kind of spelled their inevitable fate. 3 players down to about half HP, and Vanquish Gaming still aren't warded off that B site just yet. They're going to make their home in tunnels. Curse Ascension take back the lead after we saw a quickly evened up game, but there's still plenty of Counter-Strike to be played. You see they're boosting a player in lower tunnels at the moment. Good angle from Tix. Fortunately, doesn't net them the kill onto someone like Mitsuki that they're hoping for. An interesting setup from Curse Ascension as well, I want to note. 2 players still stuck in the CT spawn. Not stuck. I think stuck is the wrong word. 2 players are choosing to stay in the CT spawn here. Mitsuki's generally been that kind of a gatekeeper over towards Catwalk, but no luck this time. David? Placing slow alongside Vanquish right now. I like how the T's are just trying to play this as slow and methodical as they can, because Bomb will securely make their way in towards Catwalk, and they can take it wherever they like now. They will still have a decent amount of utility. Curse Ascension can't exactly say the same for them. They have no more smokes in their bank here, and you don't really have to rely on these flashbangs, but you can't always count on that. However, an AWP in Landmaz's head is something that generally always does them well, and he's going to find 2, probably a 3rd here. Surprisingly, no, not the 3rd that they need. Boomy with a Krieg wins that duel, outlasts Mitsuki. It's a bit of a strange one at the end of the day, but Curse Ascension will be able to pull through. We're seeing some interesting duels. But that's a Krieg in handy for you. I think one was actually retrieved on the counter-terrorist side as well. And if you watch that match I just casted before for ESEA Advanced, you can tell that whenever a CT has a Krieg in their hands, it is one scary beast. Vanquish Gaming are going to bring the party over towards the B site at the moment, and Drew Zera is just going to have easy pickings all day in case they do try to make that their final destination. But it seems like no, they're opting for somewhere else. Up towards Cat seems to be on the menu for tonight. Bit of spam from mid, but again, Ashby won't hold themselves too accountable for this. A quick double up over towards Catwalk here, and Mitsuki's able to find double the amount of kills as his teammate. And Landmass, massive flick over towards Long, eventually does lose the fight to an M4 picked up from a fallen corpse of a teammate. Bomb will get planted, and Vanquish Gaming are definitely juicing out as much as they possibly can from this round, and they're getting a decent amount out of it. However, I think their luck ends there, and the good headlines do as well. Curse Ascension will go ahead and take back the site and make it a nice 5-2 now. But really, Vanquish Gaming, there's a lot of good that you can take from that one. Although they did lose a round, they did manage to get 2 guns out of the hands of the CTs. Unfortunately, not the Krieg, but they also got bombed down. Because of that, they're going to be able to afford a very healthy buy. So if they can get some of those Kriegs now in their hands, they could get an AWP. I mean, they have a bunch of different options right now, and it seems like a sniper is in the books for one of them. A boost up on top. I want to actually keep an eye on Ashby here. We haven't seen a fast cat too much, I believe, have we? Not that it matters too much. I don't think it's actually going to find much of anything here. Most of the aggression seems to be happening elsewhere. On the opposite side of the map, perhaps. Koran is boosted up in Suicide right now, and it's a nice off angle, but not nice enough for Landmass. He's not convinced, and he will take down Tix. Thank you for the host, Cobra. I appreciate it. Oh, Landmass, he's actually going for double here. Surely David's watching, but no. Apparently he is at Landmass is so trained on that trigger, and he's able to find 2 in the round so far. There's still well over a minute left in play here. Boomy's going to be forced to expend all of his utility, trying to sell a fake of some sort. But Bomb is over towards top mid, and this becomes significantly harder for Vanquish Gaming now. It's hard to think back that this is the same team that had such a massive economical advantage versus Curse Ascension just a couple of rounds back, and now they're struggling to even piece together a single gun round when things are even Stevens. Well, that's a bit of a nice start, though. Quick entry in on towards Ash, but not the refrag that they're hoping for. Maybe it is there at the end of the day, though. Boomy gets one onto Druzera. That's a Krieg out of the picture. But surely it's going to be retrieved from the CT side. Karen gets a free one onto Landmaz, but now he has a target painted on his back, and things become considerably harder from here on out. I'm not sure if Mitsuki was spotted, but Koren is in for a nasty surprise. If he tries to hold the bomb down for too long, it's Mitsuki and Landmaz combining to get all the kills in the round. Hey, Soul Knight, thank you for hosting as well, or for raiding, I should say. I really appreciate it, man. Another one on the board for Cursed Ascension. It's close in some aspects, but really it seems that Cursed Ascension do have a comfortable lead so far, and it's only going to grow even more as Vanquish Gaming are just going to try for a matchmaking strat. Lightning Storm out towards long, and Mitsuki is going to have a day at the shooting range right now. Go ahead and pick your targets, because all of them are going to do perfectly for you. It's a 4K in the round. Quick cleanup by Ashby to seal away the ace, but I mean, no problem at all. That one is quick. I mean, you can't get much faster than that one. How can he even shoutcast around like that? I mean, it's just quick eco frags. It's a nice morale boost and a nice stat pad as well. One player out towards long quickly. That's Karen with Nice right behind, and the Teaser have already started storming their way out here. They decide against trying to take that long plat control, or that A plat control. Oh, and we'll try going elsewhere, Boomy finds the first. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm stuttering over my words a little bit here, but fumbles aside, it's a nice play by Vanquish Gaming, and some really bad utilities. I don't know why they just Molotoved and smoke there, but whatever. Let's just try to ignore that for now. Curse Ascension, who are on the back foot right now, have to pull off one hell of a retake, and it's not looking very nice. That was nice. Is able to find one. Ashby now waits for contact from Praise. 3 on 5. No shot. Koren easily snuffs him out, and it's just miraculous work from Vanquish at the end of that. That gun round came out of nowhere, and it looked pristine from them. That's more like it. That's the kind of Vanquish gaming that you want to see. Now that they've kind of, you know, softened up a little bit, and Vanquish Gaming now have a little more room to play with here. We're going to be seeing double snipers actually brought out from both teams on Karen and Boomy. Shots aren't quite on the mark, but that's okay. No tags, no problem. Aggressive smoke through. Landmaz will be going for his favorite. Push into lower tons. Meanwhile, Boomy will find his first frag over onto Praise. That's over on the B bomb site as well. So now Druzera is going to be left all by his lonesome versus possibly 3 or more members of Vanquish Gaming who are near his sights. Bullets whizzing past his head. Things start getting a bit scary now. It looks like Vanquish Gaming are eventually going to try to make this at their home at the end of the day. Aggressive smoke comes through, and Druzera is going to be holding the corner. But you can't help but feel like this is one impossible task. It's effectively going to be him versus the world, as the T-side is going to be pushing in relentlessly here. Vanquish Gaming is checking their corners, but they're not checking them well enough. It takes a blinded player, Nice, to take down Druzera. Now he's no longer causing havoc, but Cursed Ascension still are. Push through the window. Ashby finds only 1 kill. That was actually elsewhere too. That wasn't even in the player, or that wasn't even the player in the window. A 2-on-3, not at all possible from Cursed Ascension, because as I mentioned before, this is such a tough position for CT to retake, and they realize it as well. They're just going to go ahead and save their guns for a rainy day, because I feel like there's going to be a couple of rainstorms coming if Vanquish Gaming can keep up this momentum. $1,900 will be flowing into the bank accounts of Cursed Ascension. That will not be enough to afford a full buy, so they most likely are going to be forcing around this AWP and this M4A4. Maybe try their luck there. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be maybe a couple of upgrade pistols, but that's really about it. The real question is, do Cursed Ascension even go for that? Or do they just save entirely? They seem to agree with my initial statement, though. Upgrade pistols across the board here. Praise will actually even opt for an MP9. But Vanquish Gaming have a lot of good tools at their disposal to dispatch of any nasty CTs. But that's not one of them. Landmass quickly dismisses Boomy out of the round. He's been one of those players seriously just causing so much trouble from Cursed Ascension over towards B, and a quick pop to the face will be a perfect way to shut him up for the time being. But Koran looks to trade this out. Landmass has to be awfully careful with the angles he peeks because he never knows how close death might be. Koran just doesn't see the angle. Landmass is now perfectly primed to take care of Tix in case he peeks his head just a bit too much. This sniper duel is definitely something to be sweating about. Cursed Ascension are holding their ground. We smoke over towards mid doors. Landmass will hold his ground. Not shoot. Not use anything too early here. Praise. Turns away, but the angle isn't cleared, and Tix gives up his life for free. There's no refrag through, and now Mitsuki and co actually have a decent shot at this. Mitsuki, the man in question, actually has no chance with a 5-7, but the frags are there for Cursed Ascension. The bomb will get planted inevitably, and that's something that Vanquish Gaming have always been able to make work out for them. Getting that bomb down and trying to play post-plant as a result, they've been very comfortable in this kind of situation, but things get significantly harder from there on out. The bald face is given, but David still has to deliver with one more frag here. Truzera knows exactly where, but that flash is perfect, and David is able to come out on top of 4K in the round for him. And how did that flash completely blind Drew? I thought for sure that was going to be a round for Cursed Ascension on the retake, but Vanquished, they hold it down. They hold down the fort, no problem. And they make it 7-5 now, so it's still competitive, and it's only going to be even more close. As Cursed Ascension almost have no chance in this one here. This is their attempt at a Vanquish Gaming buy. Pistols. Praise immediately falls. And this tough task has already become more difficult. Ashby maybe has a chance to get a 1D here. If he can stretch his imagination to take down Karen here, but Karen's watching for it. Mitsuki, interestingly enough, is actually first to deliver over towards top mid. We choose not even to retrieve the gun, though. Ashby, there we are, delivering just in time. As soon as you look away, blink and you miss it. 3-on-4, still a very tough task, though, from Cursed Ascension, despite that man advantage, and despite the Krieg in Druzera's hands. Map control significantly belongs to Vanquish Gaming, alongside the utility. Landmans will have to hit a 1D for the decade. Maybe boost a player up towards elevator. Maybe bring Druzera to the table as well. That Krieg is definitely going to be their best fighting shot. Otherwise, Cursed Ascension, all it is a bunch of question marks. A push through the smoke. Nice doesn't even second guess what he's doing here. Luckily, Ashby is so primed with his Desert Eagle and able to find another and a third. He's going to be looking for number 4 here. Make it a quad kill to close things out. Mitsuki has a Krieg to try to make things interesting, and he's going to close it out with fashion, but that was all Ashby all the way. And how did that force buy work out from Cursed? That's unbelievable. And Cirque, hey man, maybe it's time for you to take more bets like that. Give up more. Anyway, Cursed Ascension, off of the back of a round that they most likely should not have won. Let's be completely honest here. They had no business winning that one here in as convincing of a fashion as they did as well. 2 players left alive at the end of the day and 2 guns retrieved. Shrapnel launched into the face of Nice. We'll go ahead and force him out of position over towards long doors. Things come to a standstill for the time being. Map control most definitely does favor Cursed Ascension, and again, that's been one of the other hallmarks that Vanquish Gaming have been really good at so far on this T side, so not having that makes things a bit risky now. Mitsuki holding Cat. Don't run with your knife out right now. He's not ready for the double entry. He seemed so caught off guard. I'm not sure if that was just a bad call or something else, but that was a huge question mark. And Mitsuki just runs right into the gauntlet. Juzera, though, drags things back to reality for the time being here. Over towards CT, will actually be able to double up. So he's doing a really good job at just securing this round for his team. But Boomy's trying his best, too, with that Krieg in his hand. It can most definitely cause chaos here. Bomb will get planted over towards B, and this is most likely Vanquish's best bet to secure this round for them. You've already heard me talk about multiple times now how hard the B site is to retake here. Even 2 versus 3, I favor the T's most of the time. However, 1 versus 3, that's a different story. Karen will try to impress me, though, and he's doing a damn good job at it. He's doing an amazing job at it. Karen with a 1 versus 3 over at the underneath of a window. I'm fumbling over my words, but how did he even do that? I test my luck for one moment, and Karen, he takes my gamble. Unreal. I'm lost for words. I didn't expect him to get a flurry of kills like that. And now Curse Ascension on the last round of the half here are going to be left scrambling. Vanquish will just try to close it out with style. Put themselves on 7. Keep this as competitive can get. 2 on 5. No chance for Curse Ascension. If you couldn't do it 3 versus 1, what are the chances of a 2 versus 5, a 1 versus 5? Not a chance whatsoever. Landmass will try to cause a little bit of damage, but he's actually doing a good job at it. The good headlines end there, though, and Karen, the hero of last round, finishes the job this time. And now, 7-8 at the half. You can't get much more competitive than this, and my lord, that should have been a 9-6, or, I mean, at least an 8-7 the other way. Like, unbelievable to think some of the rounds that both teams were able just to juice out. I said this match was going to be a banger, and it has not failed to deliver just yet. Absolutely delivering, that's for sure. Small break for halftime is already over, and we're right back into the thick of things. Live on 3. Spawns are right. Right back into the chaos we go. Vanquish Gaming and Curse Ascension have made this utterly close and have made it one hell of a game to watch. There's still more Counter-Strike to be played. Boomy with the dual Berettas, interestingly enough. Not often you see that, but maybe he can make it work. Maybe I'm the foolish one here. David is kind of playing with fire right now, though. Curse Ascension are going to be ready for a double commit. Easy frag for Landmass. No problem there. But are they ready for the second man over towards long? It's Karen. Apparently, he can't show up with the same heroics that he did at one round previously. But Tix sure as hell can, along with Nice. They're just picking away at the members. I mean, this is unbelievable, the kind of shots that they're hitting. It's the same story with the Glock, so and Boomy with the Desert, or the Dual Berettas, excuse me, is only able to juice out 1, and that's another strange round from Curse Ascension. This time they actually come out on top of it, though. Another one, though. Vanquish Gaming, they won't even be able to afford the upgraded pistols that they want. They're just going to go for a single smoke and a single HE. Stacking 4 players over towards long. Curse Ascension should play this carefully. What they really should do now is watch for any pushes that Vanquish Gaming are trying to do. I say this, but they're also the ones who are, you know, undefeated in ESEA main. I'm just kind of a backseat caster. They probably know way better than me, but I can't help but feel like this is a bit of a dangerous game to be playing, considering they didn't spot how many people cross. This could be a stack either site. And the site and HE, or excuse me, and the fact that an HE is already rung out over towards Cat, that should be a pretty telling sign, a red flag. Tix, deadly on the pistols as ever. Looks for a player over towards Cat. It's Ash B, who's playing a dangerous game right now. Has the bomb, makes contact with Tix, but Tix, I guess, doesn't see him. Setting up for an execute now. Boomy will be watching His teammates seem to be right by his side. Nice is going to be ready over towards CT in case things go south, but I don't even think it will stretch that far. Curse Ascension make their embark over to the site. Nice tries to get it out with the pistols, but it's just a firing range. And Curse Ascension, why was I even worried? Maybe it's because of players like David, who does retrieve a Galil and could actually cause a significant amount of damage as a bomb gets down. Or he couldn't. No chance there, but I mean, that's just another one from Curse Ascension. Not too shabby whatsoever, though. I mean, minimal investment, minimal reward. That's really the kind of thing that I think of when it comes to these kind of anti-eco rounds. If you're not going to invest big money, sometimes it's just not going to happen. Long control is going to be dedicated from both teams now. 3 players from the CT side are all going to make it their home, and almost all the utility from Vanquish is gone now. There's still well over 1:30 left in the round, and almost nothing left for Vanquish. Actually, wait, no, it's way better than I thought. They have 4 smokes. 3 smokes. I can't count. One of which will be used to stop an inevitable cat push. And Maz isn't fooled, though. He spotted a good amount of information. He knows that the coast is clear for the time being. Curse Ascension can easily take this slow, though. They are absolutely under no pressure. However, Vanquish, it's a different story for them. If they lose this, their money is going to be in the trenches. It's going to be in a pretty awful state here. And Nice wants to test his luck. Holding close towards the barrels right now. If he peeks a bit further into long doors, he could get some information. Nice tests his luck, but ESEA is quick on the trigger as ever. Koren now wants to even up this man disadvantage, this newly found rough patch and Vanquish Gaming's defense. But Curse Ascension, they move fast and they move quick, but so does Tix with the response. He actually gets a double through smoke. That's a nice little spray down. I mean, sure, some of the players were weak, but this is kind of getting scary now. How have all these kills happened from Vanquish? They're just making it work for them. I didn't expect them to make it this far, but now I'm caught off guard yet again. How are Vanquish Gaming squeaking out these rounds time by time? Bomb is being stuck right now, and Boomy, he's going to get away with it for free. ESEA, I mean, I don't really know what just happened there. Sure, he gets the kills at the end of the day, but that's Vanquish. That was one of the weirdest rounds I think I've seen in a long time, though. I mean, that was a 2 versus 5, I think it was. Somehow dragged right back into the CT's favor off the back of some crazy kills from Tix and I believe it was Nice. Or Boomy, excuse me. I don't know why I said Nice. But Vanquish Gaming change up the formula a little bit. David is now waiting over towards Elevator right now, only with an MP9 to his name. However, that doesn't stop him from trying to make magic work with it. He's going to find one frag as the T's start flurrying onto the site. Vanquish Gaming are flirting with the smoke cell, and they have to be a little bit dangerous because this is no OK Cupid. This is life or death. And another shot through the smoke. Vanquish Gaming will eventually fall. It's smoke and mirrors till the end of the time. Till the end of the round, and Boomy with a Negev of all guns finds one on Mitsuki, but again, those are back-to-back incredibly quick rounds from both sides here. It seems that Curse Ascension are at their most comfortable when they take things very, very fast, and Vanquish Gaming, it's something they haven't quite been able to crack just yet. Back onto pistols they go. And it's just going to be opposite sides completely. They're not going to be able to meet up with each other for a good amount of time. Setting it for a B execute, Curse Ascension are being awfully thorough with this. But little will they know, there's no one there. It's a deserted site and a free bomb plant practically gifted to them. However, there is a player in ESEA who can spot players crossing mid. He indeed does spot one, so he knows that the inevitable fall is coming. But now you have to ask, what are Vanquish Gaming even going to try here? Something miraculous. But, I mean, kind of lackluster results, I guess you can say at the least. I'm not sure what they were expecting, but there you have it. That's about as casual of an anti-eco as you can get. When you walk into a firing range, don't expect to stay alive for too long. That's really, I mean, all you can really comment on the matter. But Vanquish Gaming, desperate times call for desperate measures, and my lord, are they desperate right now. Boomy with an auto shotgun, Nice with an MP9, ready to be boosted up on Cat. It's not quite the fast Cat, but it's a Cat. Double stack setup, so this is looking very similar to what Curse Ascension were doing when they were on the defender side. ESEA will hold down the fort over at mid, watch for any aggression. B is completely open though. If Boomy pushes his luck a little bit, he could get so much free information. This could allow for all the CTs to stack up over at A. In fact, that's what they're doing, even without that information. Nice doesn't care about information. It's worth nothing to him. ESEA gonna get a free kill onto Boomy most likely here. He just kept on making noise for too long, and now they're gonna realize maybe something's up over at the B site. That was most definitely a B defender. Vanquish Gaming now going to be stuck on retaking the site here. There's a player over towards window and a player over towards doors, but the T should be able to take care of this, no problem here. And if they can't landmass, surely will, or not. Koren is watching for it. And now things get a little bit interesting for Curse Ascension. They have not really gotten a solid foothold on this site, nor do they have much utility to speak of here. They're definitely going to need to get one frag to even up the scenario, or they need to try to force a bomb plant. It looks like bomb plant is going to be their name of the game. 30 seconds left, though. It will be a 1 versus 3 with ESEA leading the charge for Curse Ascension here, but this is a tough one and a very strange one too. They know where bomb is down, 20 seconds left. He finds the first frag, no problem, but from there, things get very interesting. He can't get the second fight like he wants, and Vanquish Gaming improved to 9. That is a... I don't know what to think about that one, Curse Ascension. That one was a weird one. Seemed to be a little bit hesitant, and a lot of their utility was used early, and because of that, it just became really rough to justify committing to the B bomb site when they couldn't even get the bomb down. But I mean, Vanquish will take that any day of the week. That's the kind of round that they need to get themselves back into this game, and that's the kind of pick that they need to get back into this game. Landmass, a heavy hitter on Curse Ascension, is already taken out of this equation, and now the problem becomes a lot easier to solve for Vanquish Gaming, as they will try to push their luck a little more here. Nice is dancing around the smoke, dancing by the doors right now, and Vanquish Gaming surely aren't going to be, or excuse me, Curse Ascension surely aren't going to be ready for it. He's going to let one cross, and the second cross, but unfortunately he got a bit too greedy on the trigger, and that's going to come back to bite him. Koren is going to be second up. They're Molotoving, checking all their corners, but they aren't checking them wide enough here. He's going to only be able to get one here. Quick refrag through, so the refrags are good from both sides here. It does favor Curse Ascension at the end of the day, because Mitsuki is also a factor in this round here. This is one complex math equation, and they are just stuck in Algebra 1 right now, Vanquish Gaming. However, they still might have the skills that they need to close it out here. Praise versus Tix at the end of the day here, and it does favor the Krieg. Curse Ascension steal another one away as they improve to 13. And now the gap of error is quickly shrinking for the CT side. This is going to be almost a free given round for Curse Ascension, I should say, excuse me. Considering that they're going to be going up against pistols, they're going to be giving up so much information whenever they cross mid. Curse Ascension are going to be able to easily punish it and go wherever they like, really. Choose their stomping grounds of their choice here. Nice shots from Boomy, though, to try to make things a little more difficult. Praise is not convinced, though. We'll take care of Boomy and reset right back to square one. Force the issue again. Nice is going for a long rotate, though. He's got a decent amount of information, so now the CTs can kind of fit their stack over towards B, but they don't have the artillery to really stop anything if Curse Ascension really just try to push their limits. ESEA is up towards Cat, though, and maybe we could see something interesting. No luck, though, for Tix, nor Nice, nor David, nor no one else on Vanquish, and this is, you know, another expected eco result from Curse Ascension, and this is what I'm talking about by that gap closing. Now there's only 2 more rounds of wiggle room left for Vanquish Gaming, only one of which will be a strong buy, and that's right here. Round number 25. And we're not out of it just yet, but Vanquish Gaming are going to need to pull something pretty great together. Smoke for Xbox. That lands on Xbox, right? Yes, indeed it does. Okay, I want to make sure I was right. Vanquish Gaming are going to be going for their same old, same old. But Curse Ascension are switching it up. They don't even have a smoke towards CT just yet, but they aren't ready. A bit of a fumble with the grenades and the rifle, but it's still a kill all the same. Boomy is doing massive, though, with his AWP. He's bought up into it, and he's going out with one last hurrah. Unfortunately, though, that's all the chances that he's going to be given. Now it's up to Tix to hold down the site all by his lonesome. And he's doing a good job dancing around the box. But unfortunately, Praise doesn't want to do the tango. It's a 1-on-2. Koran, this is very winnable by him. It's not the end of the world. If Koran can get this first frag, oh, he's given up so much information just by dropping like that. Now surely Curse Ascension aren't going to be able to play around this however they like. Flash through the CT. Koran is actually given one. Now there's a little bit of a chance because bomb is down for Curse Ascension. Koran, full HP here versus the Praise on 9 HP. Who do you favor more? My money's on the CT here. Koran just might have found a lifeline for Vanquish. He still has not found the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's close. Chrono back into CT. And this has gotten very dangerous now for Curse Ascension. Praise is just gambling that the player is stuck in CT at the moment. But it's a gamble that Koran will take every day of the week. Comes out on top of that 1 versus 2 clutch. Patience plays off. One hell of a virtue, and Vanquish Gaming make it to 10 rounds now. You give Vanquish Gaming an inch and they'll try to push it to a mile. That force buy ends up working out for them. But they're still not out of the woods yet, CT side. Curse Ascension are so close to finishing this up that just 2 rounds will do it. And they want to add one of them to their tally right now. 2 players up towards Cat super early on. Molotov up towards Cat, forces CT's out of position. Landmass, I thought he was going to go for something a little more aggressive to try to punish it, but the smokes are good from Vanquish. And it really just kind of wards them off for the time being. Vanquish will escape, toss out a nice little flash as their escape mechanism, and go back to square one. The Negev from Boomy. Still yet to fire any bullets, but it might start soon, because Ashby does have the bomb in his hand. He can take this wherever he wants. Landmass trading fire over towards Cat. Mitsuki strikes first blood, traded right back from Koran. And how has this worked from David? He's just sitting in the smoke right now. Is no one like surprised at all? Like, hey, maybe there's a random smoke here for no reason. This is kind of suspicious. No one's going to shoot at it. David, he's actually going to be able to get a frag out on top of it too. How has this worked out for Vanquish? They found a lifeline yet again in this round. It's a 3 versus 4. But this is one that I'd favor the CTs in most of the time. One stuck on site, trying to desperately make his way over towards Cat. One stuck on Cat, but Long is completely open, ripe for the taking. And Vanquish Gaming can begin their comeback, begin their retake here, and have so much wiggle room to do it. However, Praise has something to say about it, though. He's going to come in through CT and find 2 with a Krieg. How about you go ahead and make it 3? If they're fragging for Praise, then you've got to be praising your teammates right now, because you're going to be making it onto 15. New org, same kind of dominance, excuse me. That could have been a cool line if I didn't fumble over my words. 15 for Curse Ascension. And this surely is going to be a given. Vanquish are going to have to pull out a miracle here. But you can't rely on miracles unless your name is Koren over at the B site and a post plant. Koren and Niche, excuse me. No chance. I mean, it's kind of expected. This has been the luck for Vanquish Gaming every single time that they've had to force up a Rico. Why would this change? Take's trying to cause a bit of something, and he's actually going to be good for 1 here. Wait a second, there is still a chance yet. Or perhaps there isn't. I got all riled up for no reason here. At the end of the day, though, it will be Curse Ascension getting away with it, but not without Tix trying to make it interesting. With that, that is one hell of a match to watch, and Curse Ascension will continue their flawless streak in ESEA main. And they are keeping at it What a fantastic match to watch. Excuse me, indeed. Thank you guys so much for watching, every single one of you. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, don't be afraid to follow, drop a Twitch Prime or anything like that. You get a free emote, plus it helps support me. But if you don't, that's also cool. I'm just happy that you guys are here. But I think with that, will about do it for me for tonight. It's been a lot of fun, but all good things must come to an end. Curse Ascension did indeed take it. Everybody, have a good night. My name is Ito, and I'll see you guys later.